What foods should you never freeze for meal prep? Imagine opening your freezer and finding foods that have turned into a soggy mess or lost all their flavor. Freezing is a fantastic way to save money and prepare meals ahead, but not everything holds up well. Some foods can become unappetizing or even unusable after freezing and thawing. Knowing what to avoid helps you keep your meal prep simple and budget-friendly. First, fresh greens like lettuce, spinach, kale, and tender herbs such as parsley, cilantro, basil, mint, and dill do not freeze well. When frozen, the water inside their cells expands and damages the structure. After thawing, they turn limp, soggy, and lose their crispness, making them bad for salads or garnishes. If you want herbs for cooked dishes, chop and freeze them in oil or water in ice cube trays instead of freezing whole leaves. Cucumbers and raw cabbage also don't fare well in the freezer. Their high water content causes them to become mushy and waterlogged once thawed. This makes them unsuitable for salads or sandwiches. However, cooked cabbage can be frozen and used in soups or stews, where it holds up better. Cucumbers can be pickled first, then frozen, but raw cucumbers should be avoided in the freezer. Cooked pasta, rice, and macaroni tend to turn mushy after freezing and reheating. If you plan to freeze meals with these ingredients, cook them fresh when you're ready to eat. Freeze sauces or stews separately and add freshly cooked pasta or rice later. This keeps the texture better. Fried foods like fried chicken, tempura, or anything with a crispy coating lose their crunch when frozen and thawed. They become soggy and unappetizing. The only exceptions are frozen French fries and onion rings, which are designed to be frozen and reheated. Dairy products with high water content such as cream, sour cream, milk sauces, and custards do not freeze well. They tend to separate and become watery or lumpy when thawed. Cheese toppings on casseroles can also become soggy. If you need to freeze dishes with dairy, add the dairy after reheating to keep the texture. Mayonnaise and most salad dressings also don't freeze well. They tend to separate and become watery when thawed, making them unsuitable for salads or sandwiches. You can freeze cooked dishes that include these dressings, but avoid freezing them as toppings or sides. Egg whites become tough, rubbery, and spongy after freezing and thawing. They are not good for salads, sandwiches, or desserts once frozen. Gelatin-based dishes and meringue desserts lose their structure and become watery when frozen. Fruit jelly can soak into bread and make sandwiches soggy after freezing. It's better to add jelly after thawing rather than freezing it. To keep your meal prep efficient and budget-friendly, focus on foods that freeze well. Think soups, stews, casseroles, cooked beans, quinoa, cooked corn, berries, muffins, quick breads, pesto, pasta sauce, meatballs, and breakfast burritos. Use proper containers or freezer bags and label everything with dates. Most frozen foods stay good for 3 to 6 months. Portion meals before freezing to avoid waste and make reheating easier. Freeze sauces and stews separately from pasta or rice for better texture. Using ice cube trays for herbs, pesto, or sauces makes it easy to add small portions to future meals. Avoid freezing foods that don't hold up well, and you'll save money, reduce waste, and keep your meal prep simple and effective.